Look at all that gold. Oops, twinkling away. Are these always over these pillars to call attention to them, I guess? Or is it the residue from having solved one of those puzzles? Does it stick around for a while? Is it on its way away? Yeah, it's disappearing, isn't it? Just sticks around for a bit. There's so many in that direction. So many. Probably not that many in this direction, though, given that it's the ocean. More than you'd think. Those are probably the ones on the dock, though. And that's the starting area, is covered by this obelisk, it looks like. That's probably the road at the very beginning. Or something. I see this one, it just... I don't think it connected when I saw it from the angles I've seen it so far. Ah! From this distance, the grate all comes together. It totally makes a fireworks noise. As it squiggles around behind me. That's the only one in that direction, and there's none in this direction. Any of these little walls could be up to some shit. Possibly all of them. Gotta get the right vantage point. Like up there? We haven't been to the windmill. It's funny, because I went the same path as last time, right? But like, when you go around the outside wall, you keep seeing the windmill a little bit, like when you solve the trees, but you can't get to it. But if you just went that way originally, you'd just walk straight here. But that just wasn't the path that was obvious to me either way, either time apparently. And there is a human circulatory system in the shape of trees. Watch my annihilation video. Just watch my fucking annihilation video. I worked really hard on it. But no, everyone wants to watch the Elden Ring premiere. No, I'm happy I have viewership, but there is the moment of like, oh man. When you realize that like, part 1 of a Let's Play that you just kind of were like, I played a video game for 5 minutes, here you go, here's the video. That has like double the viewership of a thing you worked on for dozens of hours. You're like, alright. Well, it's a good thing I have this secure way of making money and getting viewership, because getting the stuff that you work really hard on to do well, that's a struggle. But fuck it, I'll promote my shit. Go subscribe to Boring Keith, my video essay channel. There's a really big video coming soon on that channel that might be 3 hours long. I've been editing it like a full-time job every day lately, and just kind of doing the bare minimum of Let's Play recordings to keep up my quota. So like in the morning, I'm like, all right, we're gonna focus on the Let's Play channel real quick. Okay, now back to editing all the time to finish this project. No, it's this guy. Every time I'm just always ready for it to be the one that I don't know how to solve yet. Eh? Alright, we got it. That one looked pretty hard for a moment there. And it's the theater! We're not doing the theater this time. Blah, blah, blah. You do this... I opened the vault at the beginning that gave me one of those, and I might find all of these. But each one unlocks a video, and you watch it in here. And one of them is an interactive puzzle, but most of them are just, like, these swag videos to watch for a while. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's moments where you line up this with part of the video, which is cute, but also the videos are copyright. And I've seen them before, even if I don't remember them that much. You. Hello. You're a lot. Okay, we have 2 errors to make. I do it? I did it! I like that you have 2 options for getting into this door, because like either door is obviously like you're good. I'm in. I don't need to solve the other one. You just do it out of pride. It also mixes up your Metroidvania feel a little bit, where it's like, I have to have unlocked one of these 2 pieces of knowledge, but not both. They just want it to be later than at least that much of the game. It just has to be shaped like the 2 Tetris pieces. Ah! Not good enough. No! Young Ed. Damn it. Yeah, because this is shaped like the 2 Tetris pieces, but it leaves 1 black piece out. And then if I switch the 2 of them, now it's the L is shaped around the block, but now the L is not inside the shape, so it doesn't count. You can't do that. How do I make an L and a square cover all of those? And it can't be rotated, I don't think. I don't know. There's also some broken passages, so you can't use those. And it's definitely, yeah, it's definitely got to be a shape that encapsulates the black pieces and both Tetris pieces, and is shaped like the Tetris pieces. Because it's too big of a mess to be the white shape. The black pieces take up the whole middle. And you're limited enough in your ability to move around that you can't really come back and swoop in and do a second line to clean up one of the messes you left behind. AFAIK. But none of it quite works. I'm gonna leave. I keep seeing the same 2 solutions that don't work over and over again, and I can't think of another approach. I'm in a rut. You. And I'm outside now. That locked door went almost nowhere. Here we are. There is a tree inside this building. You've been defeated. A pox on your family. Alright. Yep. Easy. That's one of you guys. Okay. Gotta start here. Easy. There you go. Those are incredible. I know people like me articulating my thought process, but some of these things are incredibly hard to actually like say out loud. Like, I don't know, I'm trying to line that, you know, follows the arrow rules. Touch those ones once or twice or 3 times. I can count it all out like we're playing Minesweeper. You... Oh, there we go. I'm like, these steps are up to something. I know they are. Get... Okay. No. Gotta find just the right angle where both match up. There you go. Distance is at play. Situational awareness check, or spatial awareness check. Go. There are a lot of these, aren't there? Oh boy. Okay. Nope. Some bad overlap. What the heck? Help. Help. It's so good until it's not. Okay. Oop. I keep wanting to hit spacebar to like jump or something. I don't know. So that's just randomly brings my stuff up. Yeah, it's not gonna get me past that. We got a couple of them. There's the obelisk. Just taunting you with how many combinations there are. Which one of these look the most like stairs? You better figure them out. I'm gonna be over here judging you. Yeah, there's an endpoint right there. But how doth one connect it all? Huh? Eh? No. This leaf. This leaf is perfectly spaced to make sure that you have to stand in the right spot. There you go. And there's an endpoint. What the hell? Alright, now I've stared at this for about enough. Yeah, I think you need to know what's going on via the inside of that place first. This one's further back, maybe to introduce the idea that you can use these from further away if you still haven't found that. Oh, these guys. Absolutely. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This one. These ones that are like painted differently. But from what angle? Maybe indoors? Maybe indoors? Yeah, nope. That's not gonna give me a lot of help right now. Sure looks like something over there. Hello. So one of the 4 sides of this place can be open at a time. You do that by covering 3 of the walls here. And you have to hit the 2 dots, so you have to wrap all the way around. Do-do-do-do. Got Big do. Yeah? What? What did I do wrong? I solved it through the stencil and everything. It's the kids who are wrong. Not like another one over here. Right? Ah, broken. Yep, there's one there too. There are broken branches. One here and one here. There they are. So you have to notice that they're missing. And this one's all fucky. Alright, so now I solve this one from the outside and mirror it as best I can. So right 1, left 2. Boo voom. Oh. Eh. Eh. Right one, left two. Big got? Yes. So satisfyingly creaky in here. That's the thing, if you get the right angle, right? But you only opened up one side of the garden. You have to find this garden twice from two different directions. And then you can use it as a shortcut. Alright, that's a guy's head. Also, the lasers are already active here, because I guess this is one of the things they can't randomize because it's so environmental based. That's just a lack of ambition. They just need to try even harder. Nah, at some point you should just make your own game. I did it, I activated the thingy. Why is it so easy? What? Really? I have so much more to solve inside there. Why'd they let me do that already? Oh well. Oh hey, you can, oh yeah, that's him playing the flute. Or she, or yeah. Whatever they're playing, what they got, he's got bird talon feet! They use these, to recontextualize things through the shapes and stuff. I did it wrong, didn't I? Yep. I opened up the front again. Just realized my mistake. Come back down, shutters. Don't know if this one was useful. But I'll look anyway. Might just be some chances to frame some things. For your perceptions. Definitely, that one definitely makes me suspicious of something. Don't know if that one ever was a puzzle or not. Oh, hello. I guess I'll start with you because you're lit up. I'm gonna need light. Or I could just solve it myself, actually. Alright, these leaves are kind of hell, aren't they? I mean, they seemed to count last time. No. Yeah, we're not getting much light in here, so that's not part of it, I don't think. There a better angle? Behad? Oh, you. You sneaky bastard. That might be the angle that makes sense. That's probably right. Oh, we're following the lines like with the shadows. So 2, 2, zig around to an L. Hey, sometimes the memory works. Sometimes my brain does its job. As a broken branch, isn't it? Yep, it's a zigzag. It's a lot of zigzag. Where's the broken part? A little open to interpretation. How's it? Where'd it break off from? It's really hard to see. Is there really not a hint of where it snapped off of? Huh. One, two, 1, 2, 3, zigzag. One, two, 1, 2, 3. Unless I'm looking at the wrong one? I think that's the one I used last time. This one's too perfect. To snap off that side? One, two, do, 1, 2. Do, 1, 2, do. Now that one's probably 2 across. What do I do with you, man? I wish I could get some more contrast on the screen. It's hard to look at because it's brown on brown. Maybe the... Maybe you'll help me out a bit. Where's the light even coming from? Oh, it's coming from behind me. In that direction, so no. I don't know, I'm gonna look at this stuff for a bit. Because that one's kind of pissing me off. You... Some of these like scream at you. No. Is there something yellow to use around here? That is very connected right there. the shutter have to be down for that one because there's yellow on it? Maybe. But can I see the fruit when... I don't think I could see the fruit when that was happening, could I? Maybe do it while it's shutting or something? Ah, this one's driving me crazy. Why can't I get it? It doesn't look like there's space for that anywhere. That's a lot of bends. As it fell off. No. Yeah, it's five segments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two, three, four, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't see a spot where it broke off. I feel like that was really how it works. That's all I get. Oh, it's too long on one side, so it's like really like 1, 2, 3, 4. Never. 1, 2. Where did it fall off of? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jesus! Holy crap! That one fights ya. The laser I think the laser's going outside to the thing, so maybe you couldn't activate it yet in the original. Yeah, but they let me activate it early, or they activated automatically via the other thing, which is unusual. They're being weird about it. All right. Sorry if that was agonizing. Yeah, there's the big... Okay, so I would have had to get that far to activate the laser. The mod just makes things weird, because they don't want you to have to replay the parts that aren't randomized. But I am on purpose. Can I reach the peak already? I waited as long as possible last time to do this. But let's go do the puzzle. There's one here. So many basalt columns. This game was 2016, right? So it was 2 years after I played Dragon Age Inquisition, I think, because I think that was 2014. That's when I was a few years out of college, and I was really excited to see this one rock formation in a video game. It was like, oh my god, this whole area of Dragon Age looks like this. That's nuts. It looks so cool. And then this happened 2 years later. And now I've got this obnoxiously large image collection of this exact thing, because there's so much. There's so much of this in games. Oh my god. And because I'm a public game person, I get told by people that are working on video games and are in like boardroom meetings and stuff like that, talking about making stuff, and they like I've hit their brain with a thought of like how common this rock formation is and whatnot, and so they're aware of it. It's like the way that you're aware of like the Wilhelm scream or something like that. And so there'll be in these meetings where like the level designer will say this shit like, oh, we're really committing to our hexagon theme, and they just come in with this concept art that's just like a billion basalt columns, like, and they're presenting it like it's a new idea, and it's like, oh my god, it's happening! I'm seeing it in the wild. Like they get to have this fun moment where they realize they're seeing the thing I talk about happen. Ooh. I do not remember what that is. That's a weird one. But like they get to see it happening in the wild, like, oh, the artist came in and suggested we fill the world with basalt columns, haha. And it's just a reoccurring thing now, because people will contact me about that. It's just really funny to me. An exchange about this led to the artist that did the Myst remake following me on Twitter, because he added basalt columns. And that was funny too. Oh, is that the beams do? The number of beams pull that thing back? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Wow. I could beat the game really. You could beat the game really fast with the randomizer turned on, because how many of the beams just get turned on nonsensically. But that's not really the point, obviously, because anyone who's done this should have beaten the game already. Oh my god, what could this mean? This is crazy. It's just like in the world. That's the one I said earlier really spelled things out, but then somebody said that they just walked up and solved this puzzle, then walked away and didn't see that, which is pretty funny. Because like they tried to be like, sir, look at thing. Stop zooming onto it, damn it. Damn. Trying to put them on frames at the same time. Wow, yeah, I can't activate it. It really wants to lock on. But yeah, that's one of the most explicit moments you could have. But there's enough hints of them everywhere.
Up there, you go around every hour and a half, time after time after time. You wake up usually in the mornings, and just the way that the track of your orbits go, you wake up over the Mideast, over North Africa. As you eat breakfast, you look out the window as you're going past, and there's the Mediterranean area, and Greece, and Rome, and North Africa, and the Sinai, the whole area. And you realize that in one glance, that what you're seeing is what was the whole history of man for years, the cradle of civilization. And you go around down across North Africa and out over the Indian Ocean and look up at that great subcontinent of India pointed down toward you as you go past it. And Ceylon off to the side, Burma, Southeast Asia, out over the Philippines, and up across that monstrous Pacific Ocean. Vast body of water. You've never realized how big that is before. And you finally come up across the coast of California and look for those friendly things. Los Angeles and Phoenix and on across El Paso. And there's Houston. There's home. And you look, and sure enough, there's the Astrodome. And you identify with that, you know? It's an attachment. And down across New Orleans, and then looking down to the south, and there's the whole peninsula of Florida laid out. And all the hundreds of hours you spent flying across that route, down in the atmosphere, all that is friendly again. And you go out across the Atlantic Ocean and back across Africa. And you do it again, and again, and again. And that identity, that you identify with Houston, and then you identify with Los Angeles, and Phoenix, and New Orleans, and everything. And the next thing you recognize in yourself is you're identifying with North Africa. You look forward to that. You anticipate it. And there it is. That whole process begins to shift of what it is you identify with. When you go around it in an hour and a half, you begin to recognize that your identity is with that whole thing. And that makes a change. You look down there, and you can't imagine how many borders and boundaries you crossed again and again and again. And you don't even see them. At that wake-up scene, the Mideast, you know there are hundreds of people killing each other over some imaginary line that you can't see. From where you see it, the thing is a whole, and it's so beautiful. And you wish you could take one from each side in hand and say, look at it from this perspective. Look at that. What's important? And so a little later on, your friend, again those same neighbors, another astronaut, the person next to you goes out to the moon. And now he looks back and sees the Earth not as something big where he can see the beautiful details, but he sees the Earth as a small thing out there. And now that contrast between that bright blue and white Christmas tree ornament and that black sky, that infinite universe, really comes through. The size of it, the significance of it, it becomes both things. It becomes so small and so fragile, and such a precious little spot in that universe that you can block it out with your thumb. And you realize that on that small spot, that little blue and white thing is everything that means anything to you. All of history and music and poetry and art and war and death and birth and love, tears, joy, games, all of it is on that little spot out there that you can cover with your thumb. And you realize that that perspective, that you've changed, that there's something new there, that relationship is no longer what it was. And then you look back on the time when you were outside on that EVA and those few moments that you had the time because the camera malfunctioned, that you had the time to think about what was happening. And you recall staring out there at the spectacle that went before your eyes. Because now, you're no longer inside something with a window looking out at a picture. But now you're out there, and what you've got around your head is a goldfish bowl, and there are no limits here. There are no frames. There are no boundaries. You're really out there, over it, floating, going 25,000 miles per hour, ripping through space, a vacuum, and there's not a sound. There's a silence, the depth of which you've never experienced before. And that silence contrasts so markedly with the scenery and the speed with which you know you're going. That contrast, the mix of those two things, really comes through. And you think about what you're experiencing and why. Do you deserve this? This fantastic experience? Have you earned this in some way? Are you separated out to be touched by God to have some special experience here that other men cannot have? You know the answer to that is no. There's nothing that you've done that deserves that earned that. It's not a special thing for you. You know very well at that moment, and it comes through to you so powerfully that you're the sensing element for man. You look down and see the surface of that globe that you've lived on all this time, and you know all those people down there. They are like you. They are you. And somehow you represent them when you are up there. A sensing element, that point out on the end, and that's a humbling feeling. It's a feeling that says you have a responsibility. It's not for yourself. The eye that doesn't see does not do justice to the body. That's why it's there. That's why you're out there. And somehow you recognize that you're a piece of this total life. You're out on that forefront and you have to bring that back somehow. And that becomes a rather special responsibility. It tells you something about your relationship with this thing we call life. And when you come back, there's a difference in that world now. There's a difference in that relationship between you and that planet, and you and all those other forms of life on that planet, because you've had that kind of experience. It's a difference, and it's so precious. And all through this, I've used the word you because it's not me. It's not Dave Scott. It's not Dick Gordon, Pete Conrad, John Glenn. It's you. It's us. It's we. It's life. It's had that experience. And it's not just my problem to integrate. It's not my challenge to integrate, my joy to integrate. It's yours. It's everybody's. Russell Schweikart, 1975.
That was a big ol' one. Spent my time listening to prose about perspective while solving puzzles about perspective. How's your afternoon? Oh, this one's gonna be a little... Nope. Did I get it? There we go. Good night, everybody.